All right, guys, we're going to be getting into a game number 2 here between StarTale.Curious and Creator Prime. Curious up 1 game at the moment after that victory on Ohana, and if he wins this, not only do we have a Zerg through, but Curious is going to get his ticket to BWC.
It's a huge game for him coming up here. The map, Antigua Shipyard. Creator doesn't do a Century Immortal all-in, I will be surprised.
Well, he's been doing those timings all day, man.
Yeah.
And even though game number 1, it was a little bit of a weird game. You could tell that Creator was trying to make his push work. Mm-hmm. He's over here in the bottom right of Antigua Shipyard as the blue Protoss, by the way, and he's going to be facing off against the StarTale Zerg in the top left. Curious, who's been doing phenomenally well and has taken a game off of him so far. But Creator was like trying to make that attack work, and he wasn't really planning ahead behind it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think he maybe was thrown off a little bit by Curious's like greedy build, you know?
Yeah, you know, Creator, he always tries to plan for something like this. He always wants to end the game. He doesn't want to go to a mothership. Yeah. That's not his strength. You know what, PvP, PvT, he wants to go super late game. He's so good at that. Mm-hmm. PvZ, he doesn't feel comfortable.
Not so much, yeah.
It's something you have to watch out for. And some Zergs can defend it, and some cannot. And you know, sometimes Creator plays it perfect, and sometimes he doesn't. But you have to know that he's going to be planning for that. So if you want to go to the super late game, you have to have perfect defense when he comes out with his little timing attack to try to kill you.
And that's the thing. If you actually get that defense together, you know that Creator isn't the kind of player who wants to go like, you know, super late game. So he's probably not so crisp on those kind of timings compared to other Protosses. So if you're able to hold up that initial push, that's going to feel pretty good.
Now, he has gone Forge, then Scout. Creator saw it with his Overlord. He should send a drone down immediately. I think he should know that this is going to be a cannon rush. Because, I mean, scouting then, that's not a 9 scout, and it's not an after Nexus scout, so it makes no sense for anything other than early aggression in some form. And in fact, he's going to go up here, see, no pool. Will he attempt? No, it looks like he's just going to go ahead and make the Nexus, which is the right choice. It looks like, I don't think Creator's going to let him do the offensive cannon.
No, it doesn't look like it immediately. So look, 2 drones out now just to make sure, and definitely zoning that probe out. In fact, starting to take hull damage as well is that probe. So Creator really just going to be using that probe for scouting at this moment in time, and we're just going to go back into a relatively normal game now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Creator, he did that timing to just try to maybe get Curious in case Curious did something crazy like he did before with a double hatch before pool. But Curious was kind of on top of everything. So, as you said, Drosar, I mean, it's going to go normal from here.
Yeah, that's a great point, actually. Creator just adjusting his play slightly so that if Curious decided to do the same thing twice, he'd have the option of, like, punishing it a little bit faster. So that was really cool.
Yeah, yeah. So I love to watch players actually adapt to each other in a best 3. That's why, you know, you get a best of 3 or a best of 5. I feel like you see such an amazing match between 2 top-end world-class pro gamers because they have to do things like this and adapt to each other. Like, what if... Obviously, that's something that's strong against Creator, or Curious would not have done it. So for Creator to switch up his build on the fly like that, it shows a great amount of flexibility and intelligence.
Oh, and the probe at the third base is going to get spotted. Curious moving out with his Lings to make sure that no sneaky probes are going to be able to, well, presumably cannon rush third if necessary, or just put down some interesting forward pylons. So a really good scouting there from Curious. The probe should be able to get away, still has a decent amount of shields on it.
Yeah, and you know what? Curious is actually still mining some gas. Can we check how many drones he actually has on gas?
Yeah, sure. He's got 1.
Yeah, it's just 1.
Yeah.
So he's just slowly but surely mining his gas. His speed's almost done, and Curious never sent out another probe, right? So that means that, I mean, Creator obviously didn't send another probe. Yeah. That means that his scout intel is done. Like, Curious could go all in here, and he's not going to know.
And Stargate going down for Creator now. So really good positioning on that, actually. I think an Overlord... Okay, this one might actually eventually get around to scouting it, because he's going on the right-hand side.
And, well, you know, the Stargate, that's actually a good choice here. I like the Stargate choice, because you don't see it as often on this map anymore, right? As we were talking about before, Immortal Sentry, that's going to be what you see most often.
Yeah.
Anything cheeky that comes out of Curious, Stargate's going to be pretty good against. And in fact, he's going for the quick layer, so this could turn out very well for Creator.
And a Void Ray popping out for him now, so he's trying to get that out as soon as humanly possible. The layer is nearly complete for Curious. Now, if the Void Ray gets shown before, like, Curious puts down an Infestation Pit or something, do you think, like, he might go straight for the Spire, for example?
Well, you know what? I wonder if he'll go Spire Infestation Pit. It's an interesting question.
Okay.
He's about to finish it up.
Now,
we're just going to have to wait and
base.
see because he hasn't seen it yet, right? So
no,
he
not
could
yet.
throw down the Spire, but no, it's going to be Infestation Pit.
Okay.
And that's going to be the right choice for him because if he goes Spire against someone who opens Stargate, obviously things can go terribly, terribly wrong.
Yeah, of course. Like, there's always that potential, and it's
Yeah.
because that's why it's like all coming down to whether the Void Ray is seen before he chooses his tech path. But the Infestation Pit's just like nice and solid, and he can use that as the basis for what he wants to go into next.
Yeah, and you know what? It's something that won't be terrible against an Immortal Sentry push. Because Fungal Growth, obviously very good against those two units.
Yeah.
He can always sack his third base because he's not really economy-based. He's more tech-based right now.
Sure.
So, I like the choice by Curious. Very interesting.
And Spore Crawler immediately going down in response to those Stargate units coming out of Creator Prime right now. Looks like the Void Ray going to be heading towards the third base location. Another Void Ray popping up, actually, and that's a lot of gateways going down for our Protoss.
Yep, and, he's getting multiple Void Rays. Okay, so this is a crazy Void Ray gateway all-in.
Yeah, that's huge.
There's a lot of different ways that you can go about something like this. Obviously, Void Rays are going to be very useful when paired up with a lot of force fields. You can use their flying units to warp things into the main base.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested to see exactly what he wants to do with this. Like, what type of attack will he do? I think he's got to try to do some multi-pronged things with this, but oh my god, he's making a Nexus. Oh, you know what? Is he making another Void Ray? No, he's not.
No, he's not at the moment.
Okay. I'm getting a little bit confused because I feel like that Nexus could be a cancel Nexus.
Okay, well, he stopped. No, he's actually continuing to produce probes now. He's still at 46. He's got 3 Void Rays and a Phoenix, but he's only showing 1 Void Ray. The other 2 are still in his natural.
This is really weird. I think it still might be like a fake Nexus. Maybe. Because the fact that he has 3 Void Rays that he hasn't shown, he has a lot of gateways. What else would be the point of hiding these Void Rays right now and making a Nexus? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Okay, and here we go.
He did cancel. Okay, so it is, in fact, a cancel. This is going to be a very powerful attack, but we have a lot of Infestors about to pop out with Burrow.
Oh, and that could be a lot of fun for Curious indeed. This is all going to come down to positioning and whether he can get good fungals off on the rest of the army, and the Phoenix spotting these Infestors long beforehand, picking up one of them as well, so that's really, really good moves there. And the Infestor energy being used on those infested Terrans in the center. Creator, why is he just choosing to back off? There were no fungal growths to keep him there. So
this was kind of interesting. I think he said, you used all your energy on infested Terrans, not going to bite it. So he's going to go and walk up the back of the third, and without Infestor energy, this is becoming harder and harder for Curious to hold, especially when you look at the fact that he has less supply than Creator.
Oh, now I think those Lings actually picked off the forward probe, so if somehow Curious can kill that pylon from Creator, I don't think another probe is being sent out at the moment, but it might not matter in the end. The push is going to be coming in now. The Spore Crawler immediately getting taken down. Those Void Rays so unbelievably powerful, moving. Oh, wow. Supply blocked is Creator. That pylon does go down. Good force fields picking apart some of those Lings and a Queen as well. And Curious really needs to hold on here.
Yeah, a great plan by Curious to try to sack his third base and protect his natural ramp, but it's just too little too late. Those Spine Crawlers are warping in at the last possible second, and they are going to be taken down so quickly, especially considering how well charged these Void Rays are.
And all of the Overlords clumped up in one place as well. Curious is 85 out of 48 supply Artosis. Even if he had the money, he couldn't resupply. That's going to be GG Creator tying up the series, but Curious still has one chance.
That is right. He certainly does. It's 1-1, and what do you think, man?